Welcome to the channel, everyone, and today we're going to be playing a bit of a new game, Deconstruction Simulator. Seen this popping up on my feed and it's actually looking quite interesting. So let's give it a try.
Boss, I'll be right there. 9102 Fairway Drive, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. I know that this is your first time and that the property looks intimidating. But it's a simple job. Get your act together, or I'll find someone else to take your place, newbie.
A simple job. Yeah. I'll call you right back. I'm getting there.
Okay, I didn't want to talk over it.
Okay, here I am. Enter the crane, whack the ball. Easy money. At least that's what the boss kept saying. I've arrived. I'll wrap up the job, write up the report, and roll. I'll see you soon.
I left the keys in the back. The wrecking ball's getting hungry, newbie. Don't prolong it. My patience is limited, and time is money.
This looks like too good of an house to be destroyed. But it's telling me to check the house number.
Boss? I think there's something wrong with this house number. It's kinda crooked and...
I certainly got you the right address. You think I'm talking crap, newbie?
No, boss, the thing is...
Stop whining and get to work. The money's good. There's no time to be picky. Such a customer happens once a quarter. Move it!
Okay, so it's telling us to pick up the keys. I'm just having a look around because it is actually looking quite gorgeous, this game is. We've played quite a few simulators on here. I have took the motion blur off. Definitely seems to be a bit of a motion blur there. Doesn't have great draw distance. I'm not playing this on the ice setting. Like I said, it's not really optimised that great at the moment. It is a brand new one to come out. So hopefully they can get that one sorted eventually. So we've picked up the keys they've told us to do. And now going to the wrecking ball. What could go wrong? So enter it. And it's just telling us to press the button. So we've got no control over where the ball goes.
Boss? We have a problem. I'm not up to the job, huh?
What did you think? You brought it on yourself.
The moment's come to take control. I'm taking out a loan to start my own business. We'll still see if it's for sure, boss. See you in the contract market.
It's nice as a little cutscene at the start. A lot of games don't put that sort of time in. So the whole point of this game is we're going to be taking apart houses, furniture, and we're also going to be selling the stuff we bring back with us. Now, I have seen people playing this, and it's all, everybody I've seen, it's like, let's get the job done as quick as we can, get out there. No, I want to take my time with this. So what we're going to call our company, I think we'll call ourselves Bits and Pieces. Because by the time we're going to be finished with the job, everything's going to be in bits and pieces. And let's create that. We can actually change our logo at the top. Let's go with the alien. Should have called myself Area 51.
World. First the paperwork, and then all the rest. I'll buy this permit and get to work.
Okay, so it will run us through a tutorial. You can skip it if you want to, but I'm going to leave it in for anybody that's not seen this before, this game. So it's telling us to buy a permit first. For £10.
The most basic permits, but they're enough to get started. On the other hand, until then, the basic contracts must suffice for me. Need to buy wheels.
Okay, so let's have a look at the vehicle. It's telling us to buy this little van here.
This one will be just right. Time to cash in on this shiny new company.
And then looking for contracts, there's only the one we can do. So what this is telling us is to retrieve a bookshelf from the living room, retrieve a washing machine from the bathroom, and then destroy some walls. That's it. And when we come back later after we do the job, we'll come and complete the contract later. Now, the time at the top hasn't started running yet. This is the warehouse we're going to be using eventually. So it's telling us to buy a brick pallet. So you've got enough room in here to store 12 pallets of brick. But it's just telling us to buy the one for £5, so we'll just do what it's telling us. How do we put things down in this game? Oh, just the right click. Can we jump in the vehicle? Not easily. Oh, okay, so we can place it
I'll
like
also
that.
need a box for small stuff.
And it's telling us to get one box. And we can put it towards the back of the vehicle. You will have bigger chance of vehicles. You will be able to expand all this out. We will be able to buy new rackings and expand all this. So there's a lot in this game at the moment. Just trying to see. Okay, so it won't let me buy any more. Close your van doors. And then it's telling us to go on
Let's hope
site.
this contract's location's close. Feels expensive and time is money, as that old Scrooge said.
We've got a middle key to put our torch on and off. You won't be able to see it here by the looks of it. And to travel. So, getting to every job, the distance depends on how much fuel you will spend to get there.
Trailer house. The owner's name is Ricky.
So
He
it's
went
told
to
us
jail
it's
when
2
his property was
litres.
taken over
We've
by a
used
bailiff.
and it's 20 kilometres away and it's
Classic.
took us 10 minutes. Pay attention to that because if you've got a job, say, 200 kilometres away, it's going to take you a lot longer to get there, so you'll have less time to do the jobs. So what is it telling us to do? Just enter the house, okay? Pause the scanner. And scan the product, basically, to find out what's good and what's not, okay? Let's skip
Not
that.
bad. Let's scan something and find if there's anything worth saving.
Let's see if there's any lights in here. Yeah, there's some lights. So let's turn that off. Do they even work? No, because we're in a tutorial. We've got to do what it says. So it's telling us to scan this.
It's common and cheap. Not worth my time here.
Okay. We can scan. I think this is the bookcase they want. And this is the washing machine they want. Toilet's £100. But it is telling us only to take... It's not telling us everything is available to pick up. Is it one to switch my hands? Yep, that's it.
If it weren't for the fact that a customer requested it, I'd gladly take it to the warehouse and sell for some good cash.
Okay. Out this way. So you'll see 2 vans. The one of ours, you'll see our logo on the side. And the one that's the customer's, you won't. Bit dark. And then we can just put that at the back of the vehicle. You can control where you want to put it in there.
Now I just need to gather the small stuff, and I can get down to serious work.
And it's a bit like Storage Simulator. Sometimes the fun is stacking more than the actual doing everything else in the game. So now it's telling me to get the box. Put it down in the living room.
As always, lots
And
of
then
dust
it's telling me
catchers.
to take all these small things. I do know you can take anything in... You come to an house, you literally can take anything. That's worth £7. That's worth £5. £8 down there. That's worth 18, so that's actually worth a decent amount. £10 on the fan. The guitar is another 10. And this is where, in future, when we come to jobs, you always want a few of these boxes so you can take it. So if you're having a look in here, 15, 10, £8 for them books. Now we could take that painting worth 18 and would actually, the box value is based on the items you put in there. So the more valuable items you put in, so that's only worth £8, so I wouldn't take that. That's only worth £5. But yeah, if you see your Hippo type things, always pick them up. That's 40. So yeah, we'll just do what it tells us to just for the tutorial. So pick them up. And then just put them in the box. And we're nearly there. think you was worth a bit more than the top one. Oh no, we can still got room. So now the box is full. We can't do anything else with that. We need to just go and put that in the vehicle. So it's telling us how to deconstruct. You've got screws in the side and you've got them little shelving corner pieces you've got to take out as well. You move your mouse. There is a way in the settings of making it a bit easier for the people. I might try that out.
Dismantle and package it. This is going to be satisfying. Maybe I should record it and post it on my Tech Talk.
We're going to be needing that pallet out in a bit. It doesn't want me to go in that way. Try and get you as close to this side as possible. Just so I've got room to put the pallet at the side. It is telling me to dismantle the bookshelf next, so let's go and do that. Which is this one here to tell me which one it is. So go into the dismantle menu. Oh, okay, so you use your mouse in real life to do it. Let me just go and have a look at that setting. Disassemble mode. We'll try the simplified and see how that looks. You want to save your settings? Yes. Cancel. Cancel. Okay, let's see if this is any better. So we did that one there. Go into disassemble. And it's automatically going to the next one. Not certain if I like this better or not. And you can upgrade your tool so all this becomes faster. And as soon as you've got the whole of the unit, it will then put it into a box. So the job, I think it was F1 to get the job details. Up on the left-hand side, you can see retrieve washing machine, retrieve bookshelf, and now all we've got to do is destroy the walls. So I can get closed up now. And it's just giving us another tutorial on the deconstruction.
Now for some time-consuming stuff, but it'll be worth it.
Actually, I think I'm going to take you out.
Parts from the walls, but it'll take up a lot of space in the car.
So what we got to do is it's telling us to go down the bottom corner, and then we go into the deconstruction menu again. And then we could just take the walling off. I'm thinking if we can get them flat in the vehicle, I might take them. I don't know if I can get them flat, though. Sort of. But it would need to go in the vehicle a bit more than that. You can rotate it that way. Okay, that's a little better than the other way. See if the doors will close. Doors will close, so we can take some of them boards back with us. You can destroy them. Now, I do know if we've got to take down this wall, we're going to end up probably destroying that, so it's probably a good idea to move this out the way. And it's telling me to do the other side now. And then we should be able to take another board. Okay, doors were still closed, that's fine. Let's Try and make as much money out of this as possible. That's damage, so it's pointless taking that. Okay, we've got to do what it's telling me to do in the tutorial. Boo. Okay, so we take them out and then we can take the other things out. How do we open our rubbish bag? Number 3. Let's keep our area tidy. There's another deconstruction down the bottom here. Okay, this one just goes to the next one. That's actually not too bad. Why is it selecting this now? Okay, so I can pick up the planks. Yeah, it's just been a little difficult about me picking them up. But we can pick them all up. And we can take them too as well. So we can take some planks with us as well. Let's do it as tidy as possible. Not going to do every mission like this, but I think at the start, we can get more items. That means we can actually start selling some stuff. Now it's telling me how to destroy stuff. And the garbage bag, which we figured on our own.
Now the best part. Just have to be careful not to damage anything else.
I would like to take these small items, but because we haven't got a box, how do I put you down? There. Put you down there. I think I'm going to dismantle this. And getting some better tools as soon as possible, so we can take things apart a lot faster. I think he's going to be a good first point to do upgrades. There'll be 2 screws on this side as well, and then we should be able to take it apart. If we don't take it apart, what's probably going to happen is the wall's going to end up dropping on it. And it's put into a box, so we can put that box just over here. It's out the way then. Let's see if he'll allow me to take some more boards. Press R to twist it round to the other side. I'm just trying to find the right cell to get it in. Need to go up as far as I can. Make sure the doors are still closed. The doors won't. I'm trying to go as close to that back wall as possible. You're sticking out a bit, but it will still close, so I'm happy with that. What even are these worth? £20 a wall. Well, considering we haven't got much money at the moment, better than nothing. Let's go back to our hands. And we can take that wall off there. We can take the wooden planks out of there. Why not? Let's get another board. And then we had them little corner ones at the top, so let's go and do that. Okay, it doesn't want to start. And then we took the 2 end ones first. Then to allow me to take the others. That looks like it's a part of the other unit. Them two dropped on the floor, and then we can pick up some planks here. Just got to remember to take these before we leave. But then probably best to put the brick pallet in first, then put the wood at the side of it, and then put the box on top of the brick pallet is probably how I'm going to do it. So it is telling me to destroy this. There's another plank here, so we'll do it. So let's go and put this in the vehicle and I'll come back. Now it is telling me to... What's it telling me to do? Destroy a wooden wall. So we hit it with the left. And if we didn't move that dresser out, that probably had damaged the dresser then. So let's remove these centre parts out. We didn't salvage all the planks on this one, unfortunately. But I would need to cut them all if I do want to take the planks. And then there was one over this side as well. And we should be able to take the two outer ones and then the two inside.
What a mess. I can't work like this. Can't even see my own shoes.
There should be another plank under here somewhere. Might need to clear the rubbish before we can find it. So, let's put these out here. And we need to clear up our mess, so let's get our rubbish bag out. Now it's telling me that's full already. So if we put you over here, and then we'll load up the vehicle and have fun with that later. So it is telling us we've got to destroy 7 walls. So we've still got a lot more to do in here. And that was the plank I couldn't find earlier. Let's just take you outside for the moment. Okay, so what's it telling me to do now? Destroy a fridge. It will give us a penalty for this, which it has a £60 penalty. It's just a tutorial. It's just showing you if you destroy something, you've got to pay for it. And as you see, this wall's different. It's a brick wall where that one's a wooden wall. Just making sure there's nothing else. Now, we do have to be careful because if that wall drops down, it's probably going to damage that. Can we move you out the way? No, it's telling me to pick up the brick pallets. Yeah, if it's got a tutorial mission, it doesn't allow you to do anything except for what it's telling you to do.
This pallet would come in handy.
So it's telling me to put the pallet up here. And we can only take 1 pallet of bricks of us. Now, what you can actually do is put the brick pallets right by the wall. Now, when you break the brick wall, it will fall onto the pallet. There's a couple of more boards here we can take. We could take these smaller items and then put them into a box later. There is a few things in here that's worth some money. So I think I'm going to take some more boards with me. So I'm going to take this. So I've got 1 good board there, 2. I'm going to get these 3 boards into the vehicle. Oh no. It's telling me to dismantle the brick wall, so I haven't got an option. Ah, that was what I was looking for, my chisel. So you just got to turn the bricks, basically take the mortar stuff off the outside before it allows you to do anything with the bricks. Okay, we've got that wall done. So, easiest way to get rid of a brick wall is take stuff on the bottom. Okay, a lot of them didn't drop on there. Not as much as I thought it was going to, but that's fine. It didn't destroy the toilet. And you can only carry a few bricks at a time. So let me just fill up this pallet.
Fortunately, the customer only wants bricks from one wall. Mr. Hammer, it's time for a snack.
And as you just saw there, he only wants one brick pallet. So I think I'm going to get this straight in the... Actually, no, because if I'm going to do some more wall pieces, I'm going to try and get some more walls. Those have to be flat on the bottom. So let's see if I can get these two walls off. Okay, we've got all the planks into all the wall pieces into the vehicle. Now it's just loading this stuff up because it's only going to be rubbish now. Again, we want to get it as tight to that top as possible. It gives us space. And then we want to get the wood down this side, I think. I'm just taking the bigger ones first because the others are going to be smaller. Okay, I can rotate it. So there, nice big stack of them. Just need to make sure I can close the doors. Yep, they'll still close. You can go right the way up the top there, and I've got loads of space here for the rest. So we need to get that in. We did say about putting it on top of the brick pallet. Out the way. We've got one bag of rubbish here. And we're going to make the best amount of money off this job as possible. So all we've got to do is destroy the walls now. And then tidy up after ourselves. So we've already moved everything here, so I'm okay with the wall falling that way. And easiest way to destroy a wall. What's it telling me to do? Oh, it's telling me to do this over here. And yeah, if I hit the bottom of the wall, it's just going to make everything fall. I think I'll do this halfway because I don't want to go and break the sink. It will cost me even more.
I'm grabbing my stuff and slipping off.
No,
to the
tell me we
warehouse.
could do everything. We
My
could
work
just
here's
leave.
done.
But no, I want to go and tidy up after myself. Let's do the job proper. Now, there is some bricks there I can't pick up. I will have to smash. Now, these bags of rubbish, we will get money. I think it's £25 a time to send them for recycling. I have got the game music on, but there doesn't seem to be any with this game, unfortunately. So yeah, let's just smash these bricks up. Then we can take that rubbish. And I don't want anybody to say we don't do a good job. Now, there was a couple of small things over there I wouldn't mind taking. Well, if we want to get the most out of the job, we might as well. Okay, so this one I can't put in the vehicle yet because it's not full. So let's get the scanner out and let's see if there's anything I desperately want to take. 5, 5, 8, 12. Can't take, like, the any of the fridges and stuff like that. Can't take the units up there. And what we could do is just put these loose in the vehicle. And then just put them in a box when we get back to our unit. Let's get as much money as we can to get the best start. So we checked all that up there. Balance 10, 10, 6. I'm not worried about the rest. There it is. We've done a good job. I'm not going to take anything like the light fittings. Close up the door. And it's telling us we can return to the warehouse. So that was a nice, successful
Everything on its shelf.
first job.
No clutter. If an occupational safety inspection comes by and sees bricks or refrigerators on the floor, they'll ruin me.
So what we want to be doing first is grab a small box. Okay, it won't allow me to buy one. So that painting I just took, I'm just going to put it in recycling. We won't get the value for it. We've got that bag over there that has to go in recycling, so that's 25 we've got for that. Got a load of wood here. And where's it telling me to put them? Over the back here. We'll do all the big ones on the right and all the small ones on the left. If it'll let me place it. Okay, it won't let me place it in there. Just being a bit difficult. If you look at them in my hand, you'll see the top 4 are very thin. Then you get a very thick one. Then you get 2 thin and a thick one. That's why it wouldn't let me put it in the same one. Because them 2 types of boards. Then we had some small ones we picked up as well. And we'll take them to the left side. What else have we got in here? We've got a tub. Which side? I think it's on this side, isn't it? Yep, we've got room for 3, 6, 9 of them.
Heavy stuff.
And brick pallets are really slow to move with. You can sort of drop the pallet on the floor, walk round, pick it up. But I'm not a big fan of doing like that. So yeah, there's room for 3, 6, 9, 12 in that area. So I will be trying to collect some. And we've picked up a load of boards. And most of the people I've seen play this, they don't bother with the boards. But again, it's an item to sell. More money. So what I want to try and do in this run is keep all this full. There is one for windows. I think it's this one here. There's one for doors somewhere. Maybe your doors. No, windows are here because it's got the window symbol. Doors are over here. I want to try and get the doors and windows until we're full and then I'll stop taking them then. Just so I've always got a good amount for orders. And that's the next thing it's going to be teaching us about.
Now back to the computer.
Okay, so let's go back onto the computer it's asking me to go.
Now that I've got it all stored, I'll get one order in. Quick and easy checkout, and I'll declutter the warehouse in the process.
Now, while you're doing orders here at the moment, we've only got the one because it's the tutorial. It's going to be £238 because it's giving us a mission we've got everything for. But if you have a look at the planks, they only want 4 planks, but we've got 10. We can actually send all 10, and then we'll get an extra, probably about £20 on top. So it's a good way of doing orders. The second thing to watch out for is if you have a look down your stock side down here, you will see it's got common clients. Always look for your wealthy clients first and do their missions first because they're always going to pay more. Then, I can't remember which next tier down, whether it's the rare or whether it's the quality. Then you go to common and then the worst customers, the poor ones. If you want to make as much money as you can, you normally wouldn't touch the common or the poor. You would just stick to rare quality and wealthy when you can. So, yep, accept the order.
Works best for me. All in all, the cheapest will suffice. Now that I have that out of the way, I can close the contract.
So, depending on what they want.
Tomorrow to get paid. Wanted to buy that new DLC with the big battleships for my ship game.
As you saw with that one, it's talking about Graveyard Ship Simulator 2 because this is the same people that made that. Now, it is a game I have got on my list I do own it. I've just never got around to playing it. So it is something I might do eventually. I'm more interested in this one at the moment. So yeah, you look at what the order is and then you would choose the vehicle. So if somebody wanted, say, 4 fridges, you're not going to fit them in a small van. You would have to go up to a bigger vehicle. Otherwise, just always go with your small one. Oh no, it's telling me to go to contracts and it's telling me to complete the contract. Now, we are being penalised for the fridge it told us to destroy. But we still got 125 for the job, plus all the items we took out the house as well.
Great rating. And back to the order. Oh, the courier's already arrived. Which planks do they need? A scanner can come in handy here.
And up on the left, it's got me a list. So it's telling me a brick pallet, so I'm going to do that first because it's probably the heaviest one out of everything. And the biggest out of everything to get in the vehicle. Then it's asking me for that small box we just did, which is box 1. Can we squeeze you up there? No. Put you here then. And then we need to get the planks. So this is where the scanner will come in. Yeah, a 270 centimetre plank. The one next to it is also a 270, but that's a beam, not a plank. So I can clear all these planks out with this order, which I'm going to do. You can only hold 8 in your hand at a time. So he's told us I've got 8 of 4. And we knew we had 10 of them. Let's come back a slightly. Just make sure it's empty. Yep, totally empty. Close up the doors. Now, it was 224, but now it's telling us at the bottom it's 238 we'll get. So we've earned a little bit extra money by sending that items.
Thank you for your cooperation. May the next order be bigger.
And we got a 5-star review for that. We did lose a little bit of a star because of the last one. It told us to break something. Now it's telling me to edit the warehouse.
Orders, I need more space in the... I brought a lot of boards and beams, so the rack will quickly fill up.
And it's telling me I've got to buy a £300 unit, but I don't really need it at the moment. Can we move anything around? So at the moment, we've got doors and windows over here. So I think I'm going to put the doors and windows together. They don't snap great together, unfortunately. They leave a little gap between them, so that will have to do. And then we can move you down. If we're loading up the vehicles in this bay here, what's the point of having all stuff all the way down here? But let's buy the one it's asking me to buy. And now we've got one of them.
Since I'm
so we've got 2 for planks.
I'll see if I can buy some tools.
Got 2 for planks. We've got the windows there. We've got the doors there. Brick pallets are really heavy. What's this one over here? That's the boards. Now, I'm happy with the boards going out the way because I haven't seen them too often up on orders. Now, the brick pallet is extremely heavy. Our van's here. The office is here, so I don't want to block up the door to the office. And I want the brick pallet so I can easily offload off the van and easier load up. So somewhere over here is going to be good for that. So you're the brick pallet. Let's just have a little bit of a reorganise around. Could do something like that. Give myself enough to get into there. And then I'm thinking about moving this from this area. And then we can extend this so we can have a lot of big items. Because these will be like your fridges, your washing machines, your sofas, your chairs. And then anything you package down goes into these 2 here. So yeah, we'll have a little bit of a move around. We'll put you, because again, you're very light. I'm not too fussed about you being up on the back wall here. So yeah, we'll have the bricks here. Not exactly the 100% if that's in the right position, but that's fine. We can get, it's about equal distance between the van and the shelf and loading up here. So yeah, let's exit and that will save. So if we go into the, what's it telling me to do? Tool store, okay?
A screwdriver would be useful. All in all, it's an investment. I need to dismantle stuff faster if I want to make better money.
Now, there is 2 types of screwdrivers. There's a Phillips, which is your star-ended, and there's also your flat one as well. Will he allow me to do anything with the other? No, not while I'm in the tutorial.
Whew, that's enough for today. You know, I feel the beginning of something wonderful. Here's to more successful endeavors.
So if we have a quick look out here, so again, we've got enough room to get through here. The bricks are nice and easy to get out the vehicle and easy to load up. And then we've got this one over here with the boxes on, which are very light. Doors, windows, 2 sets of planks, and then the boarding. Not certain how much boarding we can actually store, but that looks like quite a lot. Might wait for the bigger vehicles before I do too much of these, because it was a bit of a problem to get them in that vehicle. And then we'll extend these out. It only costs either £5 or £10 an extra pallet, but we won't start extending it until we get more stuff. So now it's telling me to end the day, so let's go and end the day. So we got £25 from that one recycle basket. We cost us £4 in gas. I'm going to use pound. It's where I am. I'm from England. I don't know why these games just don't have the conversion to change that to whatever symbol you're in locally. It's not that hard to do, surely. But yeah, we got the 25 from the recycling, and we have to pay £50 daily warehouse rent, which is really, really cheap. Next page will tell us what we got for the missions. So we got 259 for doing the order, because we added some extra stuff onto there. And we also got 125 for doing the tutorial house, because it took £60 damages, what we did off there as well. So we made 355 in total on this day. And we've done the tutorial. I have got the full mode. I'm not going to do relax mode. It's just basically the time doesn't move. I want the little bits. There's no hard mode in the game, so yeah, we'll do this. So standard warehouse maintenance cost of £50 a day. Financial penalties, so if we destroy anything, we'll have to pay for the value of them goods. Limited work daytime. And standard dismantling mode. Did it pass the day? I think it did. I think we're now into the proper game. So the first thing you want to be looking at is your contracts. So what contract are we going to do? So the top one normally is one you haven't got a permit for. The second one we can do. The third one we can do. And the fourth one we can do. The top one is always sort of teasing you what's coming in the next tier. Now if you look under permits, we would have to complete 5 contracts to get to tier 2. So which one of these jobs? So it's a common, and a poor. Now, normally you'd want to go with your common jobs because they will pay more than your poor ones. So 645, what do I have to do? Retrieve 3 items from the bathroom, but I've got to demolish the whole house. Now, you can't actually tell by looking at the photo a lot of the time whether the house is going to be wooden or whether it's going to be brick. And this one here is exactly the same. So I need reputation 2 and reputation 2. So this is only paying 134 and it's got to be done in a day. I do have to travel a bit further, but it's not destroying the house. It's literally take a couple items, retrieve a couple items, and then leave. So I might do that one because that's nice and fast. Yeah, we'll accept that contract. Then you also want to have a look at orders. So if you look down here, mentioned about wealthy clients. So that wealthy client wants a premium ceiling fan. This one here just wants a common door, which I'm probably not going to get on this first mission. So let's look at the qualities. A kitchen sink cabinet. But the destroying house, I could probably get these from. So it is a good idea to quickly have a look at these before you go out, so you know what sort of items you want to be going for. Common one is common chair. So none of these items I can do at the moment. I thought it'd always give you a mission with stuff you've got here, but to be quite honest, we haven't got much here. So there's nothing we can do with the orders, but we might be able to do something with the orders when we get back from that job. So we're going to be just taking small items. Because it's not a destroy job, I'll take a couple of these. And again, because it's not a destroy job, it's pointless taking any pallets with us. But sometimes it's not bad keeping a couple of pallets in the car, just in case. And it said it was fairly local, so let's go on the way. So it is still 7:30, the time hasn't started passing yet. So let's have a look at the job. So we want to retrieve the cabinet, the TV, and the wardrobe for them, which is their van. This one here, because ours has got the symbol on the back. Okay, there should be light switches we can probably turn on now. Where's the living room? Okay, that's the bathroom. Where's the living room then? Must be in it. Oh, okay, this is the living room. I thought it was a bedroom. Let's turn the lights on so we can get some light in here. It is a bit bright, them lights, but we can just deal with it. So it's telling us it wants the TV, so let's go and take that. It's just easier to get these in the vehicles because you can just put them up the one side. Yeah, that's about the best I'm going to do it. Then it also wants the wardrobe and it wants the TV unit. Let's come and collect some of the smaller items out of the place. And you can just take the small items in any job you do. We'll take the pictures. They're normally worth a bit. And again, we could get our scanner out if we desperately want to. There's some stuff down here. What was the crouch? I think I put it on that key. You're 10, you're 8, you're 15. Okay, that's better. I'd rather have it on a toggle than having to hold the button down. Because we've got to take the unit, we want to empty it. We're in deconstruction mode. I don't want to be in here yet. I just wanted to check the drawers. Okay. Let's just do it. So 2 screws there. And then take the hinge. It's going to be very slow until we can get some upgrades on these. Check the shelf. And then we've got 2 screws at the side of the drawer here. And then once you took the screws out the side of the drawer, you can take the old drawer. One more in here. And then we've probably got a few little things on the back we've got to take off. And there it is, it's boxed up, so it's all complete. Jump the sofa. Okay, that light is a bit weird in this game, I will say that. We've got the TV, so it's just the wardrobe now, so let's go and get that sorted. So it's going to be this one here. I actually wanted to open it just to make sure there was nothing in there first. That's fine. I'm happy to go into disassemble mode now. So a couple on the wardrobe hinge. Take the door off. And the more premium an item is, the more screws you're probably going to have in there as well. As you would expect, premium items are more well built. Let's take the rail off. Couple of more of these at the back. One at the top. Okay, we went really dark then. It looks like we're doing the underneath on that one. And we've boxed it up. So that's the customer done. And then we need to look at the second... that's the customer's van over here. Let's rotate it round. It just doesn't want to fit in. There, it will fit in there. That's what I was trying to find. So we've got a take or destroy a table, take or destroy chairs. So we'll take them. They're only going to be rare because it's got the blue diamond symbol on there. I hate it when games don't have the escape to come out of a menu. It's just what everybody's used to. So it's this table and chairs here. Okay, nothing small in here. Probably a few bits in the kitchen and probably something in the bathroom we can take as well. One box done. Again, I'm always going to put the box in last. Yeah, it definitely does get a bit weird in here, the lighting conditions. How dark it is out here. It looks like 5 PM at night, not 9 o'clock in the morning. You got a photo up there. What have you got in this room? There's a light switch over here. Sometimes you get like towel racks in here, so it's always worth checking them. So they're probably not enough things for 2 boxes, but whatever we don't fill, we can bring out the next time with us. But there's some cupboards. No, I don't. Let's come out of it. Keep forgetting you got to right click to take items out the cupboard. So again, if we quickly grab our scanner, cups are only worth 2, so they're always the last thing you... Oh, that's a full £50 for a mug. £3 for that mug, £5 for the plate, so they're not really worth a lot, but your mugs always leave till last. It's your worst item you're going to be coming across. I didn't want to take this. I'm just trying to get it down. I was trying to open up the door. Just to make sure there's nothing in there. No, there's nothing in there. Let's just fill up this box. Take the things we need to that table and chairs and then we're done. That mug was worth a little more than the other ones. Sometimes you'll find stuff down in the bottom cupboards as well. No, nothing today. So yeah, we'll just fill up the box with the mugs. Now that box is full, we can give it a scan. It's telling us there's £58 worth of goods in there. You won't get that full amount. Your wealthy customers are about the best you're going to get at getting close to that amount. And I can't see a reason for destroying something when you can just take it. So how much was these worth each? £40 for each chair and £100 for the table, yeah. Free stuff. Never turned down. Trying to find where the door is. And in the next episode, I'm definitely going to have a play around and do one of the destroy houses, try and take one apart. And there's not much to take, so I don't need to worry about how I stack things in the van, really. Still would like it better than that. And we'll have to deconstruct the table. Just rotate you twice and then spin you around. And you are them little dings. That just means that you're in progress with the mission. So let's go into dismantle on the table. So we've got 4 up in this corner. We'll have 4 in every corner then. And the time is gradually going along while we're doing these jobs. So the quicker we do a job, the better it is, or the more chance we've got of taking a second job on the same day. if you're after just money, sometimes just getting destroy a house are the best ones just to get your missions done as quick as you can and earn more. But I see a lot of people playing like that, and I just want to play something different. So people have choice when they want to watch content. Then we've got 2 screws on the very bottom we've got to take out. But it doesn't take that long to dismantle an item. And you're going to... Oh no, you can go in there. I thought I was going to have to turn you. That will do. Couple of boxes to chuck on the back. No rubbish with this one. No cleanup. And it is also worth getting to a habit of looking at your mission and make sure you've done everything before you leave. So we get £100 for taking them, and then we get the value of them. So that was 160 for the chairs, 100 for the table. So that was 260 extra goods we got. And then we'll get 134 for the actual job itself. So let's go back to the warehouse. It's still 9 o'clock in the morning. But I think I'm going to call it there for the first episode. So all I'm going to do in between episodes is I will just unload the van and then we'll just start a new contract at the start of the next episode. But hopefully you've enjoyed the first episode and I'll be seeing you all soon. Thank you very much for watching.